Hey guys, what's up? Welcome everybody. I appreciate you dropping by. I'm going to do kind of a quick and dirty video tonight. I have to go out of town this weekend and don't really have time to put in on the editing. So I'm just going to do something fairly fast and just to get something that you guys can work on, can practice. And it's kind of a twofold thing. It's a lick that Pat Martino showed me when I went to Guitar Institute of Technology a while back, let's say. And Pat Martino, the jazz guitarist. And this was before Pat had his brain surgery. He had to have brain surgery and then evidently had to totally relearn the guitar from scratch after that happened. So, but anyway, when I was going to the Guitar Institute of Technology in Hollywood in my younger days, he had a residency there the year I was there. And so he had an office and he would just sit in there in the mornings and play on his Ovation Adamus gut string guitar that he tuned way, way, way down. And it sounded awesome. It sounded amazing. But he would be sitting there just playing these awesome jazz licks. And so I went in and picked his brain for a couple hours one morning, and I actually recorded it on cassette tape, for those of you who remember cassette tapes. But that thing has been lost for years. I wish I still had it. But I still remember a couple of the licks that he showed me that day. And I'm going to just present one of them today. And basically it was a... by the way, before I get into this, let me just remind you guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the notification bell. And like the videos if you like them. If you don't, that's all right too. So it's basically, he had this worksheet that he'd done. It was, he just took a simple chromatic scale, an octave chromatic scale. And if we do it from an E to an E, so you know it doesn't really matter. The chromatic scale is, just, it's going half steps, all the way down, just like turtles. I guess you define the key you're playing the scale of by where you start and stop. That's what I'm doing for this case anyway. So I'm going from E to E, but what Pat had done with this worksheet, he had about 8 or 10 different permutations of juxtaposing the octaves in the chromatic scale. In other words, instead of just going down one half step at a time, if you do that, you have E, E flat, D, D flat, C, B, B flat, A flat, G, G flat, F, E. Octave down from where you started. So, and here when I descend, I'm reaching back with my pinky for that C note that's off the 13th fret. Then I'm just climbing on down and then sliding my index finger down to the 9th fret of the B string, so to set that pinky up to grab that G on the 12th fret of the G string, then just going on down like that. And then when I ascend with the chromatic scale, generally guys, I'll do it the opposite. I'll just climb up one at a time, then being G to the B string, you just stay where you're at. And when I get here, instead of my pinky climbing up to the B string, it feels more natural to me to reach for that index on the 8th fret of the E string, then climb on up. So reach back, going down, reach forward, going up. And actually, I usually slide the index, so. I don't play chromatic scales a bunch, but anyway, that gets me to my main point, which is, so Pat had taken that simple scale, descending, and juxtaposed the octaves. So he started on the 12th fret of the E string with his pinky, then instead of going to the E flat, that's the E note, instead of hitting the E flat on that same string, he jumped down 2 octaves, at least in this one permutation that I recall from memory. 2 octaves to the D flat on the big E, then he jumped back up an octave, D string 12th fret for the D note, then D flat, he jumped back up to the E string, then he went same register, he reached back for the C note to that B string 13th fret. So then to go for the B note, he went down an octave to the 9th fret of the D string. So for the B flat, he reached up to the next octave, 11th fret B string. So then down an octave to the A string, 12th fret for the A note, A flat, same register, G note, 12th fret of the G string, up an octave, and then up another octave for the G flat. So we got, so far we got E, E flat, D, D flat, C, B, B flat, A flat, G, G flat, F, back down a register to the G string 10th fret, and then he slid down to the bottom E note. So it's a shoot, dang it, let me see. There's the whole thing. So, and guys, when I'm picking this, I'm actually I'm starting with an upstroke, and I'm just up. I think they just call it alternate picking. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Or you can also alternate that. You can do it the reverse: down, up, down, up, down, up. Let me see. It's kind of hard doing with that up. See. So I think it's easier for me to go start on the upstroke, but so here's the whole thing. So what I do with this octave permutation, chromatic scale, and I've been doing this for years. It's a really good warm-up exercise because it's if you just continue. Now you start at E flat and do the whole thing over again, right? F, E, E flat. That was D flat actually. Anyway, you get the picture. Once again, so you can tell it's a really good stretching exercise going down. It has those wide leaps there. And starting up the neck here where the frets are smaller, it allows you to gradually expand your reach as you go down the neck. I'll slow it down as speed I can actually play it at. Not much better, but you get the picture. And my hand is on fire right now, so it's a really good warm-up exercise, as I say. Probably better to just do it slowly, and you get a much more healthy warm-up, probably. It just sounds kind of cool if you get it up to speed, which I haven't played it in a while, so I don't really have it up to speed. There's what Pat Martino showed me one morning, and I'll do a video here before too long on another really cool thing he showed me on guitar. He was a really cool guy. Is still, I assume. I just haven't seen him in all these years. So anyway, be sure to subscribe once again and click the notification bell. Thank you guys. Y'all have a wonderful weekend.